Hi guys, Ace here, with yet another art tutorial video. All to be done in this very outdated version of Photoshop Elements. It's the 2008 version at the time I'm recording this. It's over 11 years old. Anyway, but that's what I use right now for, it's what I've been using for 11 years to do all my art. Today, it's going to be an interesting one. Lava! Specifically, kind of like the previous episode, it's going to be a coastline, but with lava instead of water, you know, like Mustafar. In fact, that's kind of the aesthetic that I'm going to try to go for here. And like the video with the beach and stuff, we are actually going to start with the coastline. It's going to be much darker because it's volcanic, fresh volcanic rock covered in ash. You know, high ground. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Yeah. So many prequel memes. Last time it was so coarse, rough, and irritating, and now it's high ground. Now, the bottom part of the magma ocean river thing isn't really going to be necessary to see since it's lava is not. Oh, that's I made a little error there. Just oops, forgot I reduced the opacity on the eraser brush last time. But yeah, actually I'm gonna change that. But this time, not going to be so smooth. It's actually going to be very rough and jagged because this is volcanic rock after all, not sand. Once again, do some of this. A little bit jagged, but not too jagged. Like that, because it's all rocky and stuff. Let's do this. Like that, like so. And once again, I'm going to use this tool, just paste it on that a little bit. Do some of this. Also gonna, this time, again, it's jagged and rough and coarse, and I can't help myself. Prequel Memes. Prequel Memes, the YouTube channel. Enjoy. That one's a little bit too... There we go. It's like that. And like the previous episode, I'm going to use the same strategy. Start at the back. So we can layer the shadows. Just refine that edge a bit. Here we go. Let's do this. Just bring that down there. Just a bit. And here we go. Like that. Now let's add this part. Again, let's I'm gonna use this tool for this one. And as you can see, it's bleeding into the little bit in some parts, but whoops, that's too much. There we go. Now, there we go. Again, it's bleeding into the edge. There we go. This one's very bleeding into the edge, so I will do that. Now it's evened out. Do that. Right, I have it set to dark and I want linear burn. There we go. And now for the rest of it. And yeah, since this is volcanic rock, it's going to be very dark charcoalish brown, almost black, and very jagged, and not hospitable looking, because it is not hospitable. Yeah, I'm sure most of you probably know that scene in the Sith on Mustafar, they shouldn't have survived being on that planet at all. It would not have a breathable atmosphere. It would basically be Venus. Also, everyone calls it a planet. It's not. In all the space shots, we see a gas giant planet in the background, like Jupiter. It's a moon. It's like Io. It's basically an Earth-sized Io, which that's exactly what an Earth-sized Io would look like, since Io is so close to Jupiter. The tidal forces made it volcanic by squeezing and stretching it in its orbit. If you had an Earth-sized version of that, yeah, it would basically be Mustafar, especially if it was a bit closer to the sun, which we have seen exoplanet gas giants within sort of the habitable zone of stars, and we have seen them. And I'm just rambling on about space stuff now. This is an art tutorial. Focus. Me. Yeah. Okay, now we have the color. Now we need some texture. Back to my good old pattern stamp tool. This time we have some rock patterns. Gravel, let's start with that. Layer burn. Crazy opacity just a little bit. A little bit too intense, too sharp. It's half that. There we go. Let's try the stones. Just a little bit. There we go. And maybe just a little bit of this. Give it that rusty color. A little bit of that. There we go. We have that some of that dark, shadowy, ominous, hellish look, which we want here. Yeah, let's decrease the opacity on that because it's shading time, shading the edges, like so. And let's reduce the brush size for this part. That back layer probably won't need a whole lot of shading. It's almost black as it is. However, the foreground will need some, especially around these wiggly lines that I made to create the appearance of topography for Obi-Wan to stand on and mock Anakin as he has the high ground and is about to cut his limbs off. Prequel memes. Let's take some of the red out of that because we have enough red here. Okay, that just a few more touches on this layer here. There we go. A few more touches there. And slight less intensity on the, there we go. So we're going to, since it's a little bit too dark, increase the brightness just a little bit and the contrast. There we go. So we can actually see some of the topography there. Now that we have that, create a new layer, just like last time with the water, but this time we're going red. Oh yeah. I'm way too intense doing this one. But I mean, it is lava. Lava by its very nature is intense. We're doing orangey red to start with. Yeah, full opacity. No transparency here. Again, to make it liquidy. I don't need to use that strategy I did before because, again, full opacity. Light doesn't exactly shine through lava. Light comes from lava, or it emits light and is 100% opaque. It is molten rock, after all. Or sometimes molten metal. It's usually not called lava, but it very much has properties like lava. It is often used in pop culture for similar purposes. This time I'm actually going to do what I did not do in the previous episode and make another layer of this lava behind the rock topography. So, make another layer, put it behind the rocks, and here we go. That's a little bit too high up on the... Here we go. There we go. Just a little bit, there we go. Already starting to look ominous. Yeah. Going to, so that I can just do this. Even though all this isn't going to be visible, it'll help with the, when we get to the shading and lighting part, which I'm about to do now. Again though, first, like last time, save. Lava. I'm gonna say lava river. There we go. Lava, as a lot of you probably will know, is not uniform in color, in shade. It has darker and lighter spots, where the lava is either hotter or cooler, and in some parts even partially solidified. So what I'm going to do, this tool that I previously used to make clouds, I'm now going to use to texture the lava. Just gonna change that to here. And let's use a different one of these tools. Let's just maximize it so it's... There we go. Zoom that out. Zoom out. There we go. It's a little bit too dark at the moment, but I will rectify that in the next step. There we go. Oops, let's reduce the size of that. Yeah, that's a little bit too dark. Let's do that. Whoa, still too dark. Good enough. Now, for the hotter, lighter parts, this time, we're gonna go vivid light. Okay, and we're also gonna do linear light. Let's try, there we go. And when it comes to the foreground here, you'll see what I'm doing. Whoops, that's actually the wrong thing selected there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use this selection tool for this part. There we go. Whoops. Bleeding over the edge a little bit. There we go. Fixed. I'm gonna increase that a bit, but decrease that. There we go. Now it's really starting to look like lava, isn't it? Oh yeah. I'm loving this way too much. Towards the coastline here, though. Just a little bit. Darken that. And I'm gonna go towards the darker red here. Because as it touches the already solidified coastline, it's going to be a little bit cooler than in the middle, than in the center of the flow. Also going to add some, there we go, as well back here. I'm going to want to, here we go, to make it blend. Yeah. Now, there's a bit of a sharp contrast between the fore-layer and the back layer of the lava. So what I'm going to do for that is this neat little trick. Whoops, that's the wrong layer. Silly me. I'm going to erase just the edge of this top layer so it looks like it's actually blended in. Went a little bit too close to the coastline there. So I'll just, here we go. And now I'll just reduce the brush size for that little spot right there. There we go. Now it actually looks like it's one, flow of lava. This still looks a bit too sharp around the edge, so I'm actually, once again, I'm going to use this strategy this time. Invert. Select inverse, I mean. And here we go. Let's go more towards the intense red for this. Let's increase that. And let's lower the brightness a little bit. There we go. There we go. Lava, yes. Let's add some more bright spots just because this is so much fun. Making lava. Okay, let's do linear light again. There we go. Let's do some pin light. So I want the yellow-orange to actually show up. There we go. Once again, I'm going to use this tool. There we go. Oops, bigger. Much bigger. There. Let's do the vivid light thing. Now there's still a few spots that I need to darken here, so there. Lava. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Save again. That one little spot right there is still bugging me. Right there. Yeah, let's do this. Tiny little spot right here is just do that. Yeah. I'm looking right. There. That looks a bit more evened out. There we go. Alright. Perfect. And since lava glows, let's add a little bit of a glow. It's actually, here we go. That's actually too intense, like way too intense. Here we go. Actually, what I'm gonna do... Yeah, just gonna make a new layer for that. There we go. Decrease the opacity of that a little bit. Oops, not by that much. There we go. And let's do this. There, 40% should be enough. Now that we have our lava river, we're going to need a sky, and this time it's not going to be a nice, bright, sunny day. It's going to be dark and ominous. But yeah. What I'm going to start with, actually. Dark red. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Right. Wrong layer. I need a new layer. Silly me. There we go. Now we have the beginnings of our dark, ominous sky. The clouds will be smoke and ash. Groovy. The world shall turn to ash. Climate change, yay! Not yay, climate change is bad, we need to address that, but that will be for another video. Not this. I want some actual gray in here, so what I'm going to do is, here we go, it's a little bit, reduce the opacity on that. Back to linear burn. There we go. It's a bit too dark in those two spots, but so I'll just reduce the opacity yet again. And yeah, there we go. Let's add some more glow. Just above the lava line. Let's do vivid light again. Here we go. Right there. Increase the, there we go. Just around that edge. There we go. I'm gonna do, oops, a little bit too, increase that a little bit, there we go. Add some to the background as well, there we go. And there is your lava coast. Your Mustafar, if you will. I'm going to once again save the Photoshop file and full screen this. Just look at that lava. There is a spot here I need to touch up. The edge of this is a bit, there's some junk around the edge, so there we go. Now it's gone. Fixed. But yeah, lava. Save that again. And let's make ourselves a PNG. There we go. Don't need the word copy in there. Lava river. So that has been the tutorial on how to make basically Mustafar. that scene in Revenge of the Sith, High Ground. So I've been Ace, keep one up your sleeve, and until the next video, bye.